Morning, Steve Free in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, we've got grain markets up a little bit after the last couple of days of really steep losses, especially in corn and wheat. July beans up 10 cents at 17.01. July corn up 3 cents at 7.34, and July Chicago wheat up 14 cents at 10.55. Stock market's a little bit higher while crude's lower and the dollar is lower. On the crude market, headlines suggest that at a meeting, Saudi Arabia will announce that they will increase production to offset the drop in Russian supplies. We also note that as far as U.S. weather is concerned, it looks pretty normal over the next 2 weeks. There might be a little drying over the next few days in North Dakota, but rains return next week. Down in South America, Argentina's dry while Brazil's seeing some rain, but it might be too late for their corn crop. And again, Europe could see some scattered showers, especially in France and Germany, which will help the dry soils there. The Black Sea is dry, and the North China Plain is mostly dry with a few showers in the forecast. We also noted that China yesterday the USDA announced that they bought some U.S. beans. They also announced that they will sell 500,000 tons of beans out of their reserve on June 10th. And China yesterday supposedly bought 2 Brazil cargoes, 1 Argentina for July, 2 U.S. PNW cargoes for August 7th. For the most part, Argentina's soybean harvest is done. The crop looks to be mostly like 42 million tons. Indonesia announced 160 export permits to 18 companies equal 180,000 tons of palm oil for exports. Both corn and wheat will be watching the meetings on June 8th in Turkey to see if there's any corridor open for Ukraine exports. USDA is estimating Ukraine exports for 22-23 at 9 million tons. That's a 20 million ton crop. Last year's exports were 23 million tons, and prior to the war, USDA was forecasting Ukraine corn exports at 33 million tons. Brazil corn harvest about 65% done, and again, we're both Brazil may be out of the soybean market August 1st, and maybe out of the corn market sometime in September. Egypt bought 465,000 tons of wheat mixed with Russia and Romania. The price was $480. The freight was $38, and there was an announcement of a company offering Tunisia enough euros to buy some wheat. Also in Ukraine, they estimate the wheat crop at 20 million tons, exports maybe 10 million tons, and U.S. prices are not competitive. Funds along 170,000 beans, 44 meal, 73 oil, only 226 corn, and now short 17,000 Chicago wheat. So I think bottom line, the market's trying to find value both from an export standpoint and a weather standpoint. We don't really see a bottom yet in some of these corn and wheat markets, but it's hard to trade because there's just no resting orders. As always, these are my thoughts, not ADM.